Today we're going to play Werewolf. Werewolf is a great party game. It can be played with as few as 7 people and as many as 35. It's a bluffing style murder mystery game. The game pits hidden werewolves against unaware villagers. Object: if you are a werewolf, you and the other werewolves win if there are as many werewolves as villagers. If you're on the villagers team, you win if both werewolves are killed. Setup: you will need werewolf roll cards, such as this purchase deck, or you could simply write out the rolls on pieces of paper and put them in a hat. 1 roll card for each player. One person will not play in the game, but rather MC the game as the werewolf moderator. The moderator takes their cards and shuffles together 1 seer, 1 doctor, and 2 werewolves, along with enough villager cards for the remaining players. The rest of the deck will not be used. Each player looks at their secret card, and the character it shows will be their assigned role until the game has ended. You may not reveal your identity to any other player. Gameplay: each round has 2 stages, a night stage and a day stage. The night stage is first, and all players must close their eyes. The moderator tells the players to close your eyes. They can also say, "What a horrible night to have a curse." After all players except for the moderator have closed their eyes, it's customary for all players to make a uniform noise to cover up players' movements during the night phase. Typically, players either slap their thighs, snap their fingers, tap the table, or hum. Other than the moderator, players may not speak during the night stage. Then the moderator prompts the following characters to wake up one by one. What I mean by waking up is they will open their eyes and look around, they do an action, and then they close their eyes again. So the next roll can then go. The characters will wake up and go back to sleep in this order: the werewolves, the seer, the doctor, and then any additional villager rolls. The werewolves awaken at the moderator's prompt. Werewolves, wake up. They open their eyes and look to see who their fellow werewolf is, and then they start the hunt. The moderator says, "Werewolves, choose someone to kill." The werewolves, while still making their night noise, silently agree on one person to eliminate by pointing at that one victim. All other players remain with their eyes closed. After the victim has been selected, the moderator says, "Werewolves, go back to sleep." The doctor character is next, and their role is healing another player. The moderator awakens the doctor by saying, "Doctor, who would you like to heal?" The doctor then points to one person they'd like to heal, making sure to confirm this with the moderator. The person chosen could be a villager, the doctor themselves, or even a werewolf if they make a mistake. That person will survive that night even if they were hunted by the werewolves. After the doctor confirms this with the moderator, the doctor goes back to sleep. The moderator says, "Doctor, go back to sleep," and the doctor closes their eyes. After the doctor closes their eyes, the moderator says, "Seer, open your eyes." When the seer's eyes are open, then the moderator says, "Seer, pick someone to ask about." The seer opens their eyes and silently points at another player. If the seer has pointed at a werewolf, the moderator confirms this by giving a thumbs up to the seer. If the seer points at a villager, the moderator gives them a thumbs down. The seer should now know valuable information to tell the other villagers at the daytime stage. The moderator then says, "Seer, close your eyes," and the seer goes back to sleep. If you're playing with additional roles, the moderator will follow the rules laid out for those characters. We're playing with the additional role of the witch. When this character awakens, they have both the ability to kill like the werewolves or save like the doctor. However, they may only do 1 per round, and both abilities can only be used once for the whole game. The witch is on the villagers team, even though they can kill, so it's possible that a werewolf can be killed in the night phase of the game. In our example, the witch has accidentally used her 1 poison to kill a villager. So if you find yourself as the witch character, don't use your poison right away. Only use it when you think you know who the werewolves are. After all the roles have been played, the moderator can say, "Players, wake up," or "The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night." All players open their eyes, and the moderator announces who has been killed or saved during the night. If someone was killed and not rescued, that person is immediately out of the game. They do not reveal their character, nor can they give any information to the other players. They are a silent ghost until the next game. The remaining players now discuss who they think were the werewolves. The werewolves will have to deceive the others that they were villagers, otherwise they will be voted out. The players on the villager side must discern who is telling the truth or lying to survive. Players will have to choose a strategy: be vocal and flesh out the werewolves, or be perceived as being a werewolf by appearing too anxious. Keep silent and let the others fight it out. No matter what your strategy is, the next step is accusing a player of being a werewolf. At least 2 players must agree on this accusation. If the accusation has enough support, the accused player has 30 seconds to plead their defense. After that, all the players must vote if they think the player is or is not a werewolf. If a majority vote yes, that player is eliminated. It doesn't matter if the player was really a werewolf or just a villager caught up in the frenzy. They are now a ghost and can no longer speak. If the accused was spared, the players can accuse another player, needing at least 2 players to agree before another vote. It's possible that no players are eliminated in the daytime phase, but there can only be a maximum of 1 player eliminated each day. After either scenario, the night phase begins again. The moderator restarts the night cycle, first by putting the players back to sleep and then having them make their noises again. Even if one of the villagers' special roles, such as Doctor, Seer, or Witch, was eliminated, the moderator must still have them woken up in order to conceal their identities. Nights and days continue like this until either both werewolves were eliminated, giving the villagers a team victory, or if there are equal numbers of werewolves and villagers, giving the wolf team the victory. Final thoughts? Werewolf is an excellent game for big groups. It's very simple and it's also very competitive. You're going to want to stay alive because once you're out and you have to wait till the next game. So do your best to stay in. There are a ton of other rules of Werewolf. Even this deck of cards has blank cards in it. You can find some good ideas online. You can come up with some from scratch. You can do whatever you want. If you play with enough people long enough, you might have a special role that you think is fun. You could also use a standard deck of cards, making the jacks the wolves, a king the doctor, a queen the seer, and the rest of the villagers can be numbered pip cards. That said, I really like this deck made by Stellar Factory. The unknown whodunit element plus the bluffing make it really fun to play with a group of people, whether you know them or not. You're going to learn a lot about strangers, and you'll probably learn something about your friends and family. If you have played Werewolf, I'm sure you have your own rules. There's lots of ways to play this. Please drop those in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe to help this channel grow. You are great. See you next time on Playing Games.